Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video for you. Hey, I really wanted to make this video tonight. For me, this is out tonight. This is on Monday night, February the 21st. I was planning on doing this video for the Tuesday morning on the 22nd, but I really wanted to get this out tonight because there's a lot of talk about what's going on in Veve, and you know how positive I am if you're watching my videos, and I'm always that way about the Veve app because I see really good things for the future, but I really wanted to share my thoughts with you about what's the state of the Veve app and what to do long term and where my head's at, and just give you my opinion about it. That way you can then, give me your opinion back as well. But I really wanted to put this out for you, so I put together my little presentation like I always do, and I call this one Play the Long Game for Big Gains, okay? This is what I do. So you play the long game, and let me explain what I'm thinking and where my head's been at, and I want to share with you my thoughts about, everything that's been coming up and everything that's been talked about with the market being lower and all that kind of stuff right now, and all my thoughts about that, because we have a few people who are like really concerned about the app, and there's others that aren't concerned at all. So I wanted to share my thoughts with you on that. I hope you don't mind. Let's get into it, and then you can share your thoughts with me down below in the comments section. Okay, so anyway, let's just check it out right here. Let's get into it. Now, first of all, the MTL is coming, all right? So as we all know, people have been wanting to cash out in this app, at least some people anyway, and people have been talking about it and stuff like that, about when it's going to come, and it's coming. We had the announcements about it. You can go online, you can search all about it. I'm not going to do a big breakdown of the program yet because, it's still coming, and they're going to do temporary ones, not temporary, but they're going to do like kind of like a trickle down sort of effect where they have like some that can do it. They're going to release it more and more and more as it goes. And then there's limitations to how much you can pull out, and there's going to be fees and everything like that. But the good news about it is that it is coming, and that's really great news, because a lot of people, who are wanting to cash out or wanting to take some of their profits, they're going to get a chance to do that, and that's actually really positive for the app. Okay, so you have to think about this long term, right? Like I said in the beginning, play the long game. Okay, so this is the first or second, if you're into baseball, this is the first or second inning of this app. This is not like, if you're into hockey, this is not the third period or overtime. If you're into football, this is not the fourth quarter yet, okay, or basketball. We're talking about the very early stages of this app. So, you got to think long term with this, right? So anyway, so that's coming, and that's going to be really good for everybody. We're going to have, like, in my opinion, big gains after it happens. There's going to be people who now come to Veve knowing that you can cash out and that you can take profits, and then it's going to be more liquid that way, and there's going to be differences in the market. The thing's going to change the way it is now. Everything's going to change a bit, but it's still going to be the long-term goals here, and we have great stuff in the app. That's how I see it coming. So let's move on to the next part right here. Okay, I wanted to talk about this fact about the market is down. Now, the market is down right now, okay? The market's down since about the beginning of, February, maybe the end of January or so. We've had those kind of drops that have come are all down. But in reality, if you zoom out a little bit, which is what you need to do with all sorts of stuff, this is not financial advice, and I'm not an investor or financial advisor, but in investments and stuff, if you zoom out, that's where you get the big picture. And in fact, the market is actually up since January the 1st. And I've been in the app since about early October, and the market is way up since then. So we're talking about a 3 or 4 week stretch here, maybe a month, where the market has gone down, and it could go down further, okay? We could have more drops, and that provides a lot of buying opportunities and great prices for people. Now, that being said, the stuff that has come out in the last month or so has gone down, and people have bought them, and the prices have gone down on those. So I totally know where people are coming from. I'm one of those people too. I've bought some stuff, the Disney cards and all that kind of stuff. The stuff that's come out in the last month or so has dropped in value. And so people are kind of freaking out about that, especially people who came to the app, because in January we had big gains, big booms, and then it's kind of come back down. But let me just break it down for you with some of the stuff that's come out before that time period, and how much they're actually up since just the beginning of January. We're only talking about less than 2 months. All right, so let's consider this. Now let's go down here. I'm just going to hit some of the big ones just to show you. There's Superman. Now, just so you know, January 1st, he was at 1,525. All right, and today he's at 3,400 and he's been dipping down a bit. And of course, he's up about 110% since January the 1st, which is about 1,875 gems. So that's less than a 2-month period. He's up that much. I know he's down in the last week or two, but this is huge gains, all right? So we have to keep it in perspective and zoom out a little bit. So this is the Todd Batman. This, of course, is the big one, right? And Todd Batman on January the 1st, 3,636 gems. You know, today he's sitting at around 7,395 gems, which is a difference of about 101% of about, 3,700 gems. That is a huge amount of gains in only like less than 2 months. It's only February the 21st. This is January the 1st, remember. So you have to really keep it into perspective and zoom out a little bit more than the last couple weeks. Let's just go to one golden moment. I just pulled her out there, Elsa. Okay, she's up about 146% since January the 1st. 945 on January the 1st. She's now at 2,333. Okay, and she's come down quite a bit since, in this last little bit, but she's still up huge. That goes for most of all the golden moments, except for the newer ones. We'll talk about those ones. Spider-Man first appearance, okay. He's also up about 68%. He's had some dips. This is the common version. All the versions are about the same. He's around, 330 gems January 1st. He's about 560, 550. He's up about 227 gems. I mean, these are big gains in less than 2 months. Now, let's get into some of the ones that have taken the hardest hits, all right? Everybody knows that the 89 Batman, the Joker who laughs and all that, he's taken some major hits. But since January the 1st, he's actually up 54%. All right, he's up over 106 gems, which is actually amazing. Actually higher than 54% because he was 89. Yeah. So he's like over. That's wrong. He's over 100% up. So that is unbelievable, right? But he has suffered lots of great losses in the last little bit. So people who have bought them in the last few weeks obviously have lost, but people who have had them from earlier, obviously it's up. But the point of the matter is that he's actually up since January. So he's still on a trajectory going like that, okay? Let's think about Wonder Woman. She's taken a lot of abuse lately and, getting in the markets. She's down, like on January the 1st, she was only 298 and now she's 525. So she's up like 227 gems, which is a lot in less than 2 months. So she's come back down as well, right? So it's just kind of like when you bought and how far are you willing to go? Like how far and are you willing to take this VV game? Are you going to keep it going for the long term like I'm suggesting, or are you going to have it down lower, right? So this is just like, are you going to get out sooner, right? So that's what you have to think about. So like I said, all new items are down. Now, these are items that have come out in the last few months, like last month or so, since we started to have this dip come down, and it may not be a dip. It's probably just a resurfacing of where the prices should be. We had massive gains, really big gains. Most of us knew that it wasn't going to last like that, but people came in and they bought, and of course, they bought when it was higher and now things have come down. Of course, you're going to see losses there. In your mind, you're going to see losses, but you have to remember these are up from where they were less than 2 months ago. Almost everything. So the new items are down. All the drops since around February the 1st or so. But more time is needed for these new drops, okay? So just consider this. The people who have come in the app in the last month or so who are excited to get in, and we totally welcome them in, just remember the stuff you've been getting in the last little bit, it needs more time, all right? So if you bought other stuff that's gone down, just remember it's up since January the 1st. So it's going to go back up, and MTL is going to be a big part of that. It's going to really bring a lot of people into the app, and a lot of people are going to cash out. But right now we have unbelievable deals in the market. So I know if you've already put gems in and your stuff you bought is down, just remember that the prices that are at right now, we never thought that these prices would be here again, especially on a lot of these golden moments. Prices are down, and that doesn't mean they're staying down. This is a long-term game. That's what you have to think about. You have to play the long game. We're in the first inning, second inning. So this is another little point I wanted to make just to show collectors, they hodl, right? They hold on for dear life. They acquire items at the lowest prices they can. They play a longer term. A lot of comic book collectors are like this. We get comic books way out. We wait on them for a bunch of years, until they really go up. And it's not even going to take that long with this app. Comic books are actually doing really well right now. So play the long game for the bigger gains. All right. That's my advice. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm looking at the Veve app. I'm not looking at it as, get rich quick or anything like that. Like I said, not financial advice, but I'm not looking at it as, getting items that are going to skyrocket tomorrow. You have to think longer term on this. And if that's not what you're in the app for, if you're in the app for quick gains and quick flips, well, that's, Veve's not really the app for you. It's like at this moment anyway. Once we have the cash out options, you'll be able to do that more, but there are going to be restrictions for that, right? So you're going to have to play that longer term game if you think about it. And I think most of the people that are going to be here in the long term are going to have the biggest gains, the most success in this app are going to be here for, this time next year. So think about this time next year in February of, 2023. What is the market going to look like then? That's where you want to have to try to predict. Once the whole cash out system is organized and settled, once we have a lot of the people who just wanted to get out of their stuff, get out of the app, and once you have more people come in, then we're going to see what the market's going to look like. And remember, the whole thing has been up. Everything has been up since January the 1st. Big time, all right? Now it's coming back down, and the newer items need more time before they can really solidify themselves. All right, so that's my advice. Now, just so you know, the more that sellers decrease in the app as well, the more the less sellers we have on an item, the price increases on that item. That kind of starts to go hand in hand over time. The less people selling an item, the more price it usually starts to go up. Of course, right? It's just kind of, just standard market stuff. Now, what we're seeing is less items for sale on a lot of the collectibles. They're going down as people who are collectors like myself are buying them up, especially at these lower prices. And, we're actually looking long term here. And I never thought that some of the items that I've been able to acquire lately would be down where they are again at this point. And this is actually a really good thing. Now, this is not a good thing for people who have bought recently, 2-3 weeks ago, who have seen their stuff come down. Obviously, I know you're feeling some pain right now about it, and maybe you're a bit worried about it, but try not to, because you probably, if you got into this app for the right reasons, you're going to be here in August, you're going to be here in September, and you're going to see those items just flip right around and go right back up. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. We're going to have more people in the app. And right now, if you have a chance, there's a chance to pick up more items at lower prices. I would even wait just a smidge more, before the end of February here. I would just wait a little bit more, because I think we're going to get even lower prices on some items, and you're going to get even better deals, right? So like I said, as sellers decrease, the price increases. Here's a good example. This is Spider-Man, just a Spider-Man common. This is very, very accurate to a lot of different charts. I just want to show you just one. You can see that this blue liner here is the amount of items for sale, okay? So this goes all the way back to February here, just the beginning of February. You can see that all the way up here, we've had a decrease in sellers, okay, the items available for sale. And we've had the price slowly going down as well as the market's been lower. But because the price has been going down, you can see the volume's been going down, the price has been going down. So we have less available on the market than ever before, And that's going to show what's going to happen is the price is going to start to turn around at some point and go back up the other way, because there's just not as many available. And then you'll probably see more come on the market as people then take some profits too, right? So this is an ebb and flow thing. It's over time, but Spider-Man himself, common, is up a lot since January the 1st. Okay, so this is what's going to happen with the newer stuff. They're down here right now. They're going to go back up over time. You just have to be patient for it, right? So let's just cruise right here. This is what I've been saying to everybody for sure. Sometimes your best move, okay, is no move at all. So maybe your best move is not to try to sell some of these items that you're taking a loss on right now. You just wait it out, be patient, don't worry about it, okay? And sometimes maybe you don't want to buy yet. Maybe you want to like hold on to your gems so you get all the information as stuff starts to come, right? So sometimes the best move is no move. You can do that too, right? And like I said, I'm stressing patience on this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a lot of patience, right? So anyway, I hope you liked the video. This is just a little quick hit for you. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there about how the market's going. Like I said, I feel like everything is actually going okay. I feel like the market, even though it's down and we've had a lot of stuff go down, it's been going down only in the last few weeks, and it's been steadily going down. But everything that I've been looking at, the stuff from before, the bigger stuff, the kind of the grails or the blue chips, and even the stuff that we've had in November and stuff, you go back and look at the charts, it's all up since then. And it may start to come down even closer and get like closer to where it was, but that's actually a great opportunity to buy. But like I said, right now I'm just kind of holding pat. I'm staying where I'm at. I'm not looking at selling everything at losses or anything like that. I certainly don't want to do that. I'm going to wait and see what happens with the cash out system. I'm going to wait and see what happens till the end of the month where we have like another drop come. I'm going to check that out and see how, what happens with that. And then with more information, I'll be able to make my choices. So that's what I'd recommend to you as well. Try doing that, play the long game for the most gains. That's what I say to you. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please join the channel if you like as a member. I have member giveaways on my live streams. I'm going to start having live streams even more. I've had 2. And if you join as a member right down below, then you can actually get involved in some of those giveaways for members only. And you can also subscribe if you want. That would be awesome. Then I can see you in the next video and you'll get these videos a little sooner than everybody else. And you can also hit like if you like this video. Please comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, where your head's at. Are you playing the longer game, or are you just going to cash out when you're allowed to, coming up soon? It's totally fine. Whatever you do, everybody's got their own plan. But like I said, just have a plan. Just stick with it. Just watch how things go. Don't make any panic sales. Everything is okay with that. Remember, don't put any money into the app that you can't afford to lose, just in case, right? That's just standard stuff. Like I said, not financial advice. This is just as a collector telling you what I do when I'm collecting as well. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. Links in the description. And also follow me on Twitter. I've been following everybody back, getting lots of really fun stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting and stick with it. We're here for the long haul. The long game.